Let's try this. Okay. How about that one? Did that work? That one, did that work? Oh, it sounds bad. Whoa. Also, where's my model in the stream? What the heck? Oh, it sounds bad. Okay, I'm gonna try reconnecting the microphone. 1 second.
Let's try this.
Okay. Okay, let's see if that worked. Okay, let's see if that worked. That sounds much better. Okay. So we should be good. Okay, let's see if that worked. That sounds much better. Okay. Cool. God, what a weird situation. All right. Microphone is working. I'm not exactly sure what caused that little blip, but it's working. Hello, hello. Welcome to stream. Welcome, welcome. Let me make sure I post to Twitter and be a good streamer. And I should be all set. I'm also live on YouTube. But hello, everybody. I am opening Cardos today. We are opening the Cardos. And then also might do some reactions today. So it should be a fun day of streaming. So, yeah. All right, let me get the Cardos. Got to get my Cardos here. So I got the Cardos. Also got this like cool card. And then the other thing I need actually are I have like a bunch of sleeves and top loaders that I should probably be using. So we got sleeves and top loaders ready to go. And then let's see what else. Okay, this needs to stop showing up. These stupid Twitch notifications need to stop showing up. There we go. Cool. All right. Now I have all of my Cardos ready. How many do I have? All right, I'm going to go to the Cardo screen. Let's see if the Cardo screen's working. Okay, the Cardo stream is working. The Cardo video is working. How fun. Here's the Cardo. This is the card I actually got as a part of the Kickstarter campaign. They give you this exclusive card. So Kickstarter exclusive, this card is 24 out of 50 produced. You can see the camera reflection. 24 out of 50 produced. It's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. So I have this card. It's just a Waifu Wars like thank you card. So that's cool. So I have that. And then I also bought one box. Actually, this box is a different design than the other box I had gotten. The other box that I got was extremely generic. It was a really generic box. It like basically didn't have any artwork on it. It was just, all it said was Waifu Wars. And it was just a blue box. I actually still have it on the side over there. And this one, here it is. So Waifu Wars Unlimited Edition, Wave 1. 10 cards per pack, 12 packs per box. And you'll get a certain combination of cards. And then if we open this bad boy up, the packs themselves have designs now. The packs were not designed like this before. So the packs themselves actually have artwork designs. Nice. Good step up. Excellent step up from before. Before there was just like no artwork. It just said Waifu Wars. Very 1.0. Very early access kind of thing. So here's the actual packs. Look pretty nice actually. The actual pack seal is pretty strong. This is a very strong sealing on the pack. I'm not used to something like this strong. Like Pokemon packs are not like this. So it's a little bit thicker. So we have, let's see, how many do we have? How many did it say? We have 12 packs. So we have 6. Okay, I'm just counting just to make sure. Not that I don't trust or anything. So we have 6 and 6. Okay. So we have 6 and 6. I actually have my own card in this thing. So this is Kailani. This is just the base kind of card of her. So I have the base card of her. I have a bunch actually. I have a bunch more too. They have like I have like another box of nice cards, and I was gonna show off my binder of cards too at some point. Not like Waifu Wars cards, but just like cards in general. And then, yeah. So here's all my cardos. So we're gonna open these bad boys up here in like 2 seconds. Just trying to get my screen configured. There we go. All right, let's open these up. Wear auto on Kailani card. I'm back here. See him right here. But it's a Kailani specific card. But I'm right here in the corner. I'm just vibing in the corner. But I wanted the card to specifically be a Kailani card. My card is specifically a Kailani card. I preferred that. On I'm not actually in the second wave of cards. I didn't submit a card, but when they open up wave 3, I'll be submitting 3 total cards. I'm going to submit the summer, the maid, and then one other one. That's a surprise. So I'm going to submit like 3 cards and see if we can get them. In this set, I have 2. I have 2 cards. I have that one and I have one more. So let me put the packs on the side a bit here. Let's move the packs to the side, and we'll do one at a time here. I'll move the exclusive card to the side as well. And we'll just start opening these up. And for those that actually missed this, no worries. I'm going to make sure that the VOD stays up. And of course, VODs always go up on YouTube to my main YouTube channel. So here's this. Let's see how thick the actual... Oh, okay. So you can rip like this. Can you now hold on? This is usually the key. Can you rip like this? No, you can't even do that. So we'll just rip like that, and we'll see if we can. Oh, yeah, this is strong. This is a very strong seal. Okay. So we have our rip here. Oh, the first card is a holo. Okay, good to know. The first card is typically a holo. Okay, that's good to know. All right, so these are the realm cards. By the way, I have not actually played this game before. At some point, I should probably learn how to play it. There are rules and everything. So there's a water realm and air realm. So there's Raylaria Storm. They're a friend of the stream. Put them right there. Hands. Hi, Hands. This is Bird's Eye View VT. Hari, Master of Fate. Oh, another heart. So I've noticed this with the packs. They bundle up some of the VTubers so you could get like different copies of them like this. So also hi Cinna. So this is Hari and Hari Master of Cards. So there's both of them. Luneo. That's nice art. Sunday Party. Very nice. Echo Thorns Buzzy. 0 power. Once per turn, redeem 2 Earth Realms to add 1 Earth Realm from your deck to your hand. Okay. Like I said, at some point I'll learn this game. And then Reishi. That's actually a pretty neat like art on that. That's pretty neat. So I have these top loaders for holos. We're going to try and take good care of the holos. So I have these like pretty... These aren't top loaders, sorry. These are like actually nicer sleeves. I went to a store to get penny sleeves and they didn't have any. So I actually got nicer sleeves than I normally would. Normally I just get like a cheapo penny sleeve. So this time we have this. So yeah, this is like pretty tough material. I'm going to get a scissors. I'm going to get a scissors for this. We're just going to have to be extra careful not to harm a cardo. But we're going to get a scissors for this. Because I'm worried I'm gonna like... I'm a little bit worried I'm not gonna be able to get the... I kind of want to keep one pack in somewhat good in somewhat good form too, because I kind of want to keep like the pack. So we'll say this one's the keep pack. I really wish the first card was not a holo. It like, I really don't want the first card to be a holo anymore. Okay, so this one I'm actually going to keep. I'm going to throw that in the box. I want to keep that. Let's move the scissors away. Okay, so we have a Cyber Realm. I actually like the Cyber Realm design. The Astral Realm's kind of cool. We have Nico Ni the Nico. Okay. Nico Ni Chibi. So we have two of those. Unholy Vashti Goddess. I actually have this one already. Oh, and another one. Oh, and another. Oh my god. Okay. All three again. This happened last time I opened this. I opened all three of this particular VTuber in a row. Oh, can we get, thank you. So like, this is kind of cool. I'm going to put this in a different pile. That's cool. Jello Ray. I wanted to say Jello Ray. Jello Ray VT. That's cool. Isolura. Another Hari. This one's a holo. We got a holo. A holo Hari. A holo Hari. I'm gonna have to get you in your sleeve here, gamer. I don't know if I'm guaranteed a signed card, by the way. I don't think I'm guaranteeing signed cards this time. But hopefully I'll find a very cool... If we'll find a nice Kailani card, that would be great. See if we can get a Kailani holo here. I actually have Kailani holos already, but it'd be nice to get one more, you know? All right, we're going to try and keep these packs like in good condition. Oh, can these... Okay, the first card needs to stop being a holo because it spoils it for me. Air Realm. Gonna have to open this the other way. Oh, I don't have Kitsu. Perfect. We have a Kitsu Moonveil. I don't have that one. We're gonna put this to the side. Kiki. Kyonko VT. We just got a follow from Man Meat. That's a name. That's a name for a Twitch account. Kieran. We have an Idolina VT. That one I don't think I have, actually. Azure Ethereum's Book. Oh, that's a cool card. We have Tundra Ascended. Oh, my welcome Man Meat. I know. I was like, what? Man Meat? What the? And then we have an Ultra Caius, who... I have their signed card. I have the signed card of Caius, which I think is funny. Now I have a holo. I have a signed card and a holo of Caius. I think that's funny. That's so funny that I got a signed. I have like multiple like nice versions of that one. Okay. Next pack here. I don't remember how much this whole thing cost me, by the way, to get the Kickstarter thing. I think it was like, wasn't like necessarily really cheap, but I didn't think it was too bad for the price point. All right, we have another Astral Realm here. We have an Air Realm. There's Lonnie. So this Lonnie, you can see, is different. Borderless border. So we have a border Lonnie, but that's still awesome. We got both. Oh my god, there she is. Oh, that's great. Okay, I'm definitely going to hold on to those real quick. Let's sleeve those. This is good giveaway stuff, by the way. I already have these, so I'm like, I'm okay not, you know, necessarily keeping them. Like, I'm more interested in giving them away to you all. So I'm going to definitely pair these as a possible giveaway. You'll get both my cards as a possible giveaway. Congrats. Thank you. That's big. Yeah, like I said, they try and pair the cards together, so I'm very happy that we got both of mine. Also, notice how my creature type is God. I'm just saying Lonnie is a god, so just keep that in mind. You just better watch out, because she's gonna get you. We have Akantia, Angry Demon Noises. Wait, what? Angry Demon Noises? What was that? Angry Demon Noises. That's a funny card. Korean. Oh, another one. Oh, the Maid. We have Maid art. Love the Maid. Echo Thorns. And let's see. Lazia the Sphinx. This is a cool holo. It's very neat. It's a nice holo card. We'll put that in there, of course, right there with Caius. I'm very glad we got some Lonnie cards. All right, we got our Lonnie, so I'm happy. Now, if only we could get a holo. Hi, Gold, by the way. Hello, YouTube chat. Hi. Gosh darn it, I keep forgetting. Darn it. The holo thing is throwing me off. The holo being the first card is throwing me off. Hell Realm. Oh, the Hell Realm's pretty cool. Water Realm. Yes, hello YouTube chat, by the way. I'm multi-streaming. I apologize if I don't like catch you right away. That's my mistake. It's hard to manage the extra chat here. We have an idol here. We already have our Azure Ethereum's book. Tundra Ascended. Hituyuro Misa. It's a nice card. We have a Villain. It's cute. Another Raylaria Storm. I don't think I actually have this one, though. So we're going to put that to the side. Hituyuro Misa's Stand. And we have a Murale? I think Murale. This is nice, though. The art on this is very nice. I like the art. The art is very pretty. Like the art. Good, cool holo. Cool holo. Trying to get all my cardos here. I had a box the last time I did this, and yeah, it was a lot of cards. It was a lot of cards. I kept a couple of packs, but I think I'm gonna only keep a couple. Heaven Realm, Hell Realm. So we have a Kazuuception Protection. Kazuuception Protection, great name. Another Lonnie. We have another Lonnie here. That's great. Hold that for a second. Akanshia, Angry Demon Noises, Korean. Ashroll Nishimoto. The Maid. More Goddess. I know. This is a cool card. Elia. So look at the holo on this one. So the holo design on this one's like squares. So this is a different holo design. It's pretty cool. More Goddesses. More Goddess. So if I get another Lonnie, then we can pack them together. That one's nice. I like, yeah, it is. Hopefully we can get another Lonnie so I can put them together in like another giveaway kind of sleeve. I gave away like 5 of them before. Yeah, the holo thing's just going to keep getting spoiled for me, but that's okay. Misty Player the Demon. Misty Player and Mel. Those are cute. We got like a double there. Cutie Karai the Succubus. Cutie Karai the Dragon. Okay, different versions. Zion Zeep. Oh, that's pretty. A Sea Slug. Let's go. We love our ocean VTubers. Oh, the Sock Thief. Another villainy. And a Wolf. We know Wolf. Wolf's a friend of the stream. It's a nice holo. It's an excellent holo. We'll take good care of that one. We'll take very good care of Wolf here for sure. Great holo. We have 5 more packs. We can get one more Lonnie, I think. We can get one more of her. I know it. We can get one more. Okay. Air Realm. We have a Heaven Realm. Misty Player the Orange. Okay, there's the other one. Misty Player Demon. Misty Player Mel. Succubus. Zion Zeep. Oh god. Sock Thief again. Okay, we just got like the same 3 there. And Wolfcat Wrist. Another nice holo. It's a very nice holo. Again. I love the holos on these. Come here. Go in the sleeve. Thank you. Let's do this. Hold on, I got some Discord notifications. I want to just make sure I get rid of those. There we go. I don't like having Discord notifications. I don't like it. Okay. Water Realm. Astral Realm. Nakura Akamine. That's cool. Wolfcat Risi. Wolfcat Risi Chibi. Isolura. This is great art. Hello there. This is great art. Ashling VT. Nice art. Ashling VT and Chadlings. I love Chadlings. Also nice art again. V-Lucian. Very cool. And a Vashti Hollow. Nice hollow. Very nice hollow. Put that in our hollow pile. We'll have to do a recap of some of the stuff that we got here after this. Okay. Hell Realm. Water Realm. Rhea Heart Scanning. Hituyura Misa. Hituyura Misa's stand. Hituyura Misa logo. Hituyura Misa. Hituyura Misa Chibi. Okay, we got all of them right there. Jesus. Rina. Brielle and Sausages. And that is a hollow, by the way. That's a nice hollow. Good art. Good art on that. Very nice art. Put that in there. We have 2 more packs, by the way. Only 2 more. Only 2 more gamers. Maybe we can get 1 more Lonnie out of this. All right, I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to open it like this so I can't see the hollow card because it takes me a while to learn my lesson. So we're going to do that. Now I don't know what the hollow is. Dark Realm, Cyber Realm, Korean the Mage, Reishi logo. Let's see, Fei Lunia. It's not bad. Ranin Young. Okay. Zion Zeep Sock Thief. Korean logo. Korean birthday. Oh my. Look at that. Birthday suit. And Tundra hollow. Let's put the Tundra here. Very cool. One more. One more chance to get a Lonnie here. One more chance for Lonnie. Well, I can tell you we didn't get the hollow version of it. Because I saw it. Dark Realm. Okay. Takoya Oni's final form. Where's Taco when you need them? Takoya Oni's mascot. And and Azure Ethereum's logo. Kimiko VT Chrono Drift. I love that art, by the way. Urozoro's Darkness. Coffee Beans Splash. Neko ni Chibi. And then Tundra Awakened. Very nice. Okay. So Tundra Awakened. We have that one. So unfortunately I don't have another to pair with this, but that's okay. That's okay. We don't have a pair for this one. But we did get 2 of the witch, which actually is great because I don't have 2 of her. And then we got this one. So this one's interesting too. It says, while Kailani, Queen of Atlantis, is on your side of the platform, other water-type VTubers you control, except for Lonnie, cannot be targeted for a stream off, which I think is like it. That's pretty cool. While this card is on the side of your platform, all water VTubers you control, including this one, gain defense. It's a buffing card here. We got some buffing cards. Very cool. Love the buffing cards and love the ones that are like, by the way, nothing else can be targeted. Those are always cool. All right, let's do a little recap of our holos and other cards that I was excited about. So actually, I did not have this Raylaria. I did not have a Kitsu. So that was good. And then I got this again, the triple threat again. So I'm going to put those actually near the holos because I want to keep those good and separated. Some Tundras, Sasachees, Avashti, Wolf. This one's actually nice. I'll have to post on Twitter some of these. What's another? This was nice. This art's very nice on this Mia. This is also nice art. Ultra Caius again, I think is hilarious. I just think some of these are funny. I'll have to put Ultra Caius on the top with Wolf just so I can tweet these out with some of the ones that I got. Look at all these realms. A lot of realms. At some point I'll have to like learn this game because I have so many cards. Hi Volpez. I have so many cards of this. I have so many. How's it going, Volpez? Are we at the gym? I'm just gonna put some of these just back in the little box we have here. I'm just gonna put them right back in the box for now, just because it's easier. I'm gonna set it down to the side. I'm gonna keep the Lonnies up here for a second. You're at the gym. Best of luck to you. I'm gonna put these ones over here on the side. I have like a thing here for this. So here's some of the other cards that I got last time. This is not all of them, by the way. These are just some of them. So there's Lonnie. This is a borderless Lonnie. A little bit different. This is Aisha, friend of mine. One day I'll change my account. One day you might. Raylaria again. See, I have these two, but... Allie. Got a couple Allies. There's Novita. So there's Novita. I got some pretty nice ones in here. It's funny, there's a lot of cards I didn't see. Like, I didn't see some of these. Do you pick what stats? Nope. I just picked the art. I don't get to pick my stats. They just made it the way they wanted to. Yeah, it seems like the borderless ones, I don't know what they did with the borderless ones, but here's the borderless ones. And notice how, if you look at the cards now, the printing was slightly different. See how it gives a card number here? There's no card number here anymore. So they changed the printing. In fact, even the text is different. See how the text is different there? The text is they must have printed these in a different way, which I think is interesting. So they had like a different way to print some of this stuff, which I think is interesting. So I have those, among other things. But these are the ones. So I think I'm actually going to give this one away because it's got both my cards on it. I think I'm going to give it away. I actually have like a few of my cards, so I'm perfectly fine doing this. I'm going to give this one away. This one I might keep just because it's just one of it. So I'm going to put it on the side for now. But I might give this one away for somebody who wants it because I know there were several people that wanted my card. So I think I'm going to give this one away and I'm going to top loader this one. Because I want to give it away. So we're going to do this. Ooh. Okay, hopefully that. Maybe I should separate it. If I'm going to do it in a top loader, maybe I should separate. Hold up. Uh-oh. Come on. Yeah, let's separate them. The cards are very thick here if I don't separate. Okay. Will you and Kailani sign it? Oh, I could sign it. I could sign the card. That's a good idea. I should sign the card. I might do that. I'll do that. I'll sign these ones. These two I'll sign. And we'll give them away separately. That way, like, somebody can have signed cards. I'll sign it. As Otto and Kailani. I gotta practice the signature. Time to pretty up the signature. I'll practice beforehand. I'll practice the signature and I'll sign it somewhere. I'll probably sign it like up here in this, like in one of the corners that's open. And for this one, I'll probably sign it right here in the corner. Probably just try and throw like a quick signature on it. Yeah, I can sign these for sure. I'd be lazy and buy a stamp. No, I can. I'll hand sign it. I'll give like a hand signature of some kind. I'll practice and I'll do that. I don't want to like stamp it on. That's too lazy. These would be my only signed cards in existence. So I want to make like a nice effort to them. So I'll sign these for sure. I'll just have to figure out how I'm going to do it. So I'll sign those. We'll do that. That'll be fun. Let me show off some of my other cards, by the way. Now that we're just sitting here. Let me show off my other cards. I want to show off now. So I have like a binder of stuff. And then I have like other cards from Waifu Wars. Let me see if I can grab them. You still got to turn in the signature, so you got to at least do one signature. That's true. Yeah, I'll get on it. Okay. Odo just admitted to not signing the back of his note. How did I admit that? Explain how I admitted to not signing the back of my cards. I didn't specifically even say that. What are you talking about? Also, yeah, people don't sign their cards anymore. Only sign cards in existence. Waifu Wars cards. Waifu Wars cards. My goodness. What are you... What? What do you mean? Waifu Wars cards is what I meant. That's not what I meant. I got like a couple other cards in here. I have like Pokemon cards. All sorts of like random cards in here. I'll show those off in a second. I want to start with the Waifu Wars ones. Just joking. My goodness. I've signed plenty of stuff, but not Waifu Wars stuff. Nobody at Waifu Wars asked me to sign a card. I was not asked to sign a card, by the way. That's why I mention it. So I have a Holo Novita. I kept that one. Pretty sure this is Holo. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure this is a Holo. I feel silly, but I have to check now because I'm pretty sure I got a Holo version of her. Yeah, it's all. This is the Caius signed one. So there's Caius' signature, which I think is great. Here's Lonnie. So here's my Lonnie cards. And then I know one of them is Holo. I know at least one of them's Holo. I can't remember which one it is. I can't remember. Let me just double check. I want to be careful though. Come here. Come on. There you go. This one's Holo. So this one's a Holo. That's a Holo. It's hard to see the Holo on some of these because it's a little bit different how they did it. But yeah, that one's Holo. So I got a couple Holos in here. So these are nice. So these are the ones that I kept, obviously. I kept those Lonnies, and then I have a couple more. So I kept those. Oh, those go in my... This is my, like, special box. My special box has all the cards that I truly love. It's got all my loves in here. All my good stuff. Little Caitlin Clark. I got, like, a Blastoise from... That's a Holo. That's a cool card. Like a Nidoking. This is a first edition Pidgeot. The quality of it is actually pretty decent, believe it or not. Like the back of it actually was in like a pretty good state. Looked lightly played. First edition Holo Pidgeot, which was awesome. I have a Gengar here. So this is a Gengar Holo from Fossil. I have a Haunter that's Holo from Fossil. I have a Venomoth that's also Holo from Jungle, which is pretty cool. Those are all pretty cool cards. And then I have this. This isn't as valuable anymore. Mewtwo, Holo. Pretty cool. This is like my Magic the Gathering Cassandra card. This is actually from like a card fight Vanguard or something. Actually, this thing is pretty valuable. This is like a pretty valuable card from that. I have a Snorlax. Hi, Snorlax. This is a pretty valuable Pokemon card, believe it or not. It's like probably $40 now. And then this is Sliver Overlord. If you know Magic the Gathering, that's a valuable card. Sliver Overlord is pretty valuable. And then, actually I have two of them. So here's the second Sliver Overlord. This is from a card set called Wixos. This is a signature like card. So this one's pretty nice. I think I gave to my friend Sliver Overlord. Yeah, so that's a good card. This is from a thing called Wixos. I think this is $100. I'm pretty sure this is like one of the nicer versions of it. It's $100. It's a pretty cool card. And then this is the Queen. Not in the best condition, unfortunately. I've played it quite a bit. I would call it moderately played. This is Sliver Queen. This is a $200 card. Like, if it's in good condition, it's like $200. Because this thing is good. So I have the Queen here. She's like my most valuable Magic the Gathering card. And I think just my most valuable card in general. Yeah, I've had her for a long time. She's good. She is very good. And then I have a couple other cards that I haven't put in some of these yet. I'm still waiting to put them in a place. So some of these are good. That cardboard is worth more than the plastic cards in my wallet. This cardboard is for sure. This, you can see the price on it. I actually didn't get it for $55. I got it for less. This is Iono. This is a very valuable card in Pokemon. This is a valuable Pokemon card. It's actually in good condition. I don't know about the centering. I thought the centering was pretty good, but the condition of it looks really good. I didn't see a lot of like white spots. So this is actually good condition. That's an Iono. This is Lycia's Appeal. This is like a $35 to $40 card now. I think it's in good condition. I haven't checked these in a while. I haven't put them in my special box yet. This is another Iono. This is the less valuable one. I think it's like 35, something like that. I don't remember how much. I got it for a pretty good price. Oh, Cynthia's Ambition. There's the price on it. You can already see. It's a nice card. I like that one. This is Marnie. Are you going to put Waifu Wars in your store? No. Just nobody knows what it is. My friend built a sliver deck concept for me, but he forgot about the price when picking cards. Yeah, sliver cards are expensive. Certain ones are. This is Marnie. This is from the Sword and Shield base set. This is like $40 now. I don't remember off the top of my head. That's a pretty valuable card. I actually opened it the first time that set came out and I sold it. I basically sold it for much less. This is another Marnie. Marnie's Morpeko. This is a cool card. I think this is Journey. I don't remember if this is Journey Together or not. I'm pretty sure this is Journey Together. It wasn't because of the slivers. The slivers are expensive, but there's other stuff that's expensive too, yeah. The slivers are expensive though, depending on which ones you're going for. If you're trying to do a commander deck, commander decks are expensive. So these ones I'm just going to put here for now. This is like my special box though. I put all like my treasures in here. This is like my card treasures. I have a bunch of like card treasures that I put in here to try and safeguard. And these are my treasures, including Waifu Wars. And no, I'm not putting the Waifu Wars stuff in the store. Like, nobody knows what that is. Nobody in that mall would ever know what that is. If they did, I would be like genuinely the most shocked I've ever been in my life. If somebody walked in there and said like, oh my God, a Waifu Wars card. In the best way possible, I would be shocked. And then I have like a binder full of cards. So here's my binder. I'm showing all this off, by the way, because like I opened those cards pretty fast. So this is my binder. You can't see anything, obviously. It's going to be kind of hard to see the cards because of the way my camera is positioned. So I actually have these sorted alphabetically. So here's some of the cards. And these are Pokemon, by the way. So I have like a Roma Lady. I have a bunch of stuff here. I have like a crap load of stuff. And they're alphabetically sorted now. So these are like, this is like my treasure trove of stuff. Let me see if I can find a good one. What are some good ones that I have? There's another Iono. That's a cheaper one though. That's a much cheaper Iono. Do I have a... Oh, this Clara is pretty good. This Clara is actually pretty good. These Claras are pretty good. Not everything in here is high value. It's in here just because like it's not, and I just needed a place to put it. Oh, this Miriam right here, hard to see. This is like a $25 to $30 card now. I just decided to put it in the binder. Let's see here. What's another? There's some other cards in here that are... Oh, Phoebe. There's a Phoebe at the bottom here. That Phoebe's worth like 15 to 20 now. That Phoebe's pretty good. So unfortunately, so these two, by the way, so Sonya there and Skyla, the Sonya card's worth a lot. The Skyla normally is. But unfortunately, this Skyla is actually damaged. The Skyla here is damaged. So I bought it for much less than its value. This is normally like an $80 card. But I got it for like 15 because it's damaged. But I don't care that it's damaged. I just wanted the card. I'd have just a women or hot binder. This is pretty much what that is. Like, it's just Pokemon trainers and like a lot of waifus. So these are secret cards. So secret cards are like rainbow. So I have a bunch of secret cards too. There's a bunch of secrets in here. Nessa. There's a secret Marnie, but this secret Marnie is also like in not the best condition. It actually was like messed up somewhere. I remember buying it and then realizing it was messed up, and I was like, oh shit. And then I just have like a bunch of random cards. Some of these I might sell, because these are just like random cards I've come across or like opened. I might sell some of these because they're not super valuable. Some of them aren't. There are actually a couple valuable cards in here. I just don't remember which ones are valuable or not. Oh, here's my Whale Lord. There's my Whale Lord. Hi, Whale Lord. He's cute. Oh, one of these cards is actually valuable. Found the Moxbury link you gave me. Put 10 350 plus land cards in there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, to make a commander deck like that, you kind of need some cash. Oh, check this out. This is cool. So a long time ago, I opened up Fire Emblem cards. These are Fire Emblem cards. So these are all my Fire Emblem cards. So I have a couple Fire Emblem cards in here, which are cool. So I have Fire Emblem cards. There's a Camilla right there. So I have some, they're hard to see just because I can't like zoom out, but yeah, I have a bunch of Fire Emblem cards. Because when people are buying Pokemon cards and getting bought by resellers, there was untouched stocks back home. Yeah, I used to have a ton of other Pokemon cards. I had a lot of old Pokemon cards, but my family got rid of them. And I was sad about it. So I go to card shows now. Sometimes I buy cards for myself. Other times I actually buy cards now for the store that I opened. So I do, but none of the Waifu Wars cards are going to go in that store. I mean, a lot of them are probably just I'm going to put in like a nice container to try and make sure they don't get all messed up. And then, but yeah, when I go to Pokemon card shows, what I do is I end up buying like a lot of low value cards. Anything that's high value is like, I'm really interested in it. I was really interested in, the Iono card. I was really interested in the Iono card. So that's why I got it. But like most of the time I just get like pretty low value stuff. Just because it's like, it's expensive. Like Pokemon's expensive. So I try not to go crazy on it. But yeah, going to card shows, trying to get Pokemon cards. And then the other thing I'm doing is oh, 1 second. What the? It said I got a message on something. I'm trying to check what it is, but nobody sent me a message. Oh, that was before. Oh, okay. Okay. What a weird. I was like I'm trying to get something from somebody on Facebook Marketplace, and I thought they messaged me and they didn't. So anyway, okay. So I'm thinking we do now. I actually don't have a lot of time to stream today. I was going to play the Oblivion remaster, but I don't have time to do it today. Believe it or not, I actually have to end stream, fairly soon. Fairly soon I'll have to end stream. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pop a video. We're going to do some reaction. Can Gmail close, please? Excuse me? Wow. Okay, Gmail, please close. Okay, just close. Wow. Okay, so I was going to do like a react stream. That was what I was going to do. But I have like another maybe hour and a half to stream. So let me ask the people that are here. What would you rather me do? Because there's only a couple of people. And I'm like, I'm in like a mode if I could do something, I could do whatever. So I have two different things I could do. I could do the react stream. I have like a video. It's like a coffee video that I was going to do a reaction to. I can do that today, or I can play a game. The games that I have, the coffee video. Yeah, I figured you'd say the coffee video. But I will say the games that I have, by the way, I have not played Duet Night Abyss in like a week. So at some point I do need to start playing that again. I haven't played it in so long. So, okay, let's do the coffee video. I'm down for that. The coffee video is pretty fun. Let me find it. Let's see here. So it should be, oh shoot, where's the video? Let me go here. All right. Came out a few days ago. And then let me switch to my React screen. There we go. Browser window. We want this one. Okay. So this is the video, just ad playing. Okay, so this is let me do the quick intro for this react before I jump into it. And let me actually make sure that Twitch is not in this window, because I don't want that Twitch window in there, and I want this over here. So this is like one of my favorite YouTubers. He does a lot of videos that I get really interested in. Like he's done like a Tinder video, which I thought was interesting. We actually watched a video of his that was related to it was related to the food delivery apps. So this one is about the coffee crisis no one's talking about. I haven't watched it at all. I have no idea what's going to be talked about, but I'm a coffee person. I get coffee every day. I'm very invested in this topic of conversation. I'm curious what the coffee crisis is. It's a great little tag for a YouTube title. So we're going to react to it. We're going to talk about the various aspects of it and see where we can chime in. Fairly short video, like 20 minutes isn't actually too bad. I too enjoy the coffee. Me too. The other thing I'm going to do before I get started is I'm going to change one thing on my Streamlabs, and then I will play the video. So hopefully you are looking forward to watching this one. And if you are watching this on my React YouTube, I have a main YouTube page. My main YouTube page is right here. I have a main YouTube. I do all sorts of different videos. I live stream on it. I have a bunch of indie game like reviews that I do on this channel. So if you're interested in checking out some of those, please feel free. And I post a lot of gaming shorts on the channel now. A lot of silly things there now. So feel free to check out my reaction video and subscribe to that, and check out my main channel. Okay, now that I've sold out, don't be afraid of the now that I've sold out, we're gonna start watching this video. Also, hello Crackle, how are you? Let's do it. And I hope you enjoy your snack. A lot of the redeems are turned off because we're doing this react.
We need to have a serious conversation about coffee. Coffee is in a weird
And hopefully
and
everybody
frankly,
can hear this.
extremely concerning spot right now. You've probably noticed the prices are getting out of control. Maybe at your local cafe, maybe at the grocery store. $10 for a cup, $20 for a bag. It's insane. And yeah, we're gonna get to the bottom of that.
A little louder, please. I got you. I got a little bit louder.
Here's what most people are missing. This isn't just about inflation. This isn't just about Starbucks.
I hope that's good now.
The entire culture of caffeine is shifting. We're witnessing the perfect storm unfold. Climate chaos, economic pressure, automation, and changing consumer habits all colliding into a full-blown identity crisis for our favorite brown drink. And
You're
most
welcome.
people have no idea it's even happening. As a coffee fan, I wanted to dig into all of this, not just for you, but for my own sanity. So let's find out, why are coffee prices skyrocketing?
Wait. I actually want to look at that chart.
Let's find out.
We love charts and data. Average price of a pound of coffee in the U.S. has doubled. Oh, it's more than doubled in the last 5 years. Oh God. Went from we'll say that's $4.25 to $8.87. Oh boy.
Coffee prices skyrocketing. What does this mean for the economy? Why are people willing to pay $10 for a latte? What secret
You know, one thing I've noticed too, without going further into this, I noticed that in the last couple years, I go to Starbucks a lot. I feel like Starbies in particular, they've made their cups smaller. Some of their cups I feel like have gotten either smaller or there's less content in them. I don't know, maybe I'm talking crazy.
Might be killing coffee and so much more. Let's dive in. The world is obsessed with a brown drink called coffee. Globally, we consume about 2 billion cups of coffee a day.
Jesus.
Here in the States, we consume 146 billion cups annually. And me, well, I go through a pot more often than I like to
shrinkflation's
admit.
a thing.
My blood type is probably French roast positive.
Thank you, freaking ads. Thank you, ads. Thank you, YouTube ads.
Coffee is more than a drink. It's a match made in heaven with a dessert. It's the perfect excuse for a first date. And of course, it's our socially acceptable way of self-medicating with caffeine. I love coffee so much, I'm drinking it while I'm writing the script of this video. But on top of that, for me, coffee
I just woke up and I
family.
can't see very well right now. You look like a blue slob. I am a blue slob. I'm a blue blob, yes.
Birthdays, reunions, Sunday night football, coffee.
Actually, the one thing that's nice about coffee recently for me is I can put protein in it. So coffee, in a weird way, is my way to push my specific diet. Like coffee, you could put protein milk in a coffee and it hits good.
He was always there, usually next to a half-eaten cake. I mean, think about it. Coffee is one of the only drinks in the world that has inspired t-shirts, songs, home decor, and
coffee is extremely flexible too. Coffee is a flexible drink. You can ice it, you can heat it, you can put a lot of mix-ins in it. It's a flexible beverage and it's good. It's really good when you with all the flexibility that comes with it. It's pretty nice. I have to admit, need too much sugar for too much sugar. I've been hitting lattes and mochas, so I get my sugar in there, but you can put protein milk in it and it's really good.
I don't need to sell you on coffee. You probably already get it. But what you might not know is how impactful this simple brown drink really is. During World War II, soldiers were issued instant coffee in their rations to help them stay alert on the battlefield. Caffeine was war ready, and when those soldiers came home, they brought back the habit.
Who said they don't like coffee? Is it safe
coffee
to say I don't like coffee? You can not like coffee. That's fine. Just it's okay to not like coffee. But I am I used to not like coffee either, but now I've sort of turned over to the coffee dark side.
Of all U.S. imports. Today, the coffee industry supports over 2.2 million jobs in the U.S. alone, from baristas to roasters to importers, truck drivers, and cafe owners. That's actually more than the entire U.S.
To the roast side. That's it. To the roast side.
In fact, coffee represents about 1.3% of the American economy.
That's
globally,
crazy,
it's no
actually.
Different. Worldwide, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, making coffee one of the most valuable agricultural exports in the world. For many developing countries, especially in Latin America, Africa, and Southeast Asia.
Yeah, most of the coffee you're getting is probably from these three regions, by the way. Most of the coffee grown is more than likely from these three regions. Actually, Hawaii is a pretty big coffee growing location. There's a lot of coffee that's grown in Kona. But yeah, most of your coffee is either coming from South America, Colombia, Africa, or here, Southeast Asia. It's probably coming from there. So that's one other interesting thing about coffee specifically.
Asia, it's not just a cash crop, it's the crop. Entire economies are built around coffee exports, and worldwide, millions of farmers rely on it not just for income, but for survival. So yeah, coffee is important, probably more important than you may think. But what if I told you that there's trouble brewing, that coffee might be entering its flop era? Or should I say, froth era? You're not crazy if you think coffee has gotten more expensive. The average cost of a cup at a cafe jumped 40% in just a year.
Jesus.
And if you brew at home, the US average for a single pound of ground coffee just hit $9.14. That's
Jesus Christ. Wait, I want to see the rest of that. So the average US price of a pound of ground coffee hit $9.14, 3% increase, and 41% higher than in September 2024. Jesus.
That's not some fancy pants single origin bag, that's the average. J.M. Smucker, for example, the parent company behind brands like Folgers and Cafe Bustelo, announced in August on an earnings call that they're raising coffee prices for a third time.
Hold on. It says J.M. Smucker to raise coffee prices again in the face of tariffs. Yeah, that's part of the reason, obviously. Tariffs are going to do that
this year, citing rising commodity costs and tariffs. Another indicator, the price of Coffee C futures. Coffee C represents the expected price of Arabica coffee beans, the most popular type of coffee bean in the world. These futures are contracts used by roasters and importers to lock in bean prices months in advance, and the price has absolutely skyrocketed. As you can see,
this is why you befriend your local coffee growers
since 2023. That's right, doubled. Now, sure, it's normal for the price of consumer goods to rise over time. We've done this dance and seen this rodeo before. Nearly everything eventually gets more expensive.
Yeah, sure.
But usually those increases are gradual, not this drastic. And if you want to understand just how bad it's gotten, look no further than Starbucks. Starbucks,
here we go,
notorious for its pricey drinks, has also increased the cost of most.
Okay, here we go. This is perfect. Let's look at this one. Starbucks inflation. 2024 price, 2014 price. Okay, this is just a cake pop. Okay, we'll just start with the cake pop. The cake pop was $1.50 in 2014. So 10 years later, it's double the price. A grande cafe latte. Okay. $3.65 to $4.45, 22%. That's a lot, but I actually was expecting it to be higher. Also, if you don't like coffee, I do recommend trying other bean types. Everyone's getting the Arabica, but there's like 200 types. There's a lot. Okay, here we go. Tall mocha frappuccino went from $3.75 to almost $5. Venti caramel macchiato went from $4.65 to $5.45, so 17%. So in 10 years, some of these prices have either doubled or gone up 15 to 20%.
Most of their items across the
board. The bagel went up 80%. Holy shit. A bagel went up 80%.
To help offset rising coffee costs, they've started squeezing customers in more subtle ways. As of June, for example, they introduced a flat fee of 80 cents for any syrups or sauces added to drinks that don't already include them. So it doesn't matter how many pumps or flavors you add, you're getting charged 80 cents every time.
I don't add extra pumps. Or stuff like that. But like if I get, for example, today I got a peppermint mocha. Like that's obviously got like a base price. Yeah, it's pretty expensive now to get a peppermint mocha. I do recall like a couple years ago getting 2 of those and it being like 10 some bucks. Today it was 14. So it's definitely gone up pretty significantly.
They also quietly nerfed their free refill policy.
Per flavor? Per flavors.
If you had any customizations, for example, a splash of almond milk or hazelnut flavoring, you'll be charged for them again.
It's like $1 for protein milk too. If you add protein milk, it's an extra $1. I know that for sure. Or like the cold foam, there's like foams you can add. It's like an extra $1 at least. Fuck that. Hey, oh my goodness, look at hi. By the way, hi Random. What you doing?
Which means you could still get refills, but it's not really free anymore. And this is all under leadership of their new CEO, Brian Niccol. Wait, why does this guy look and sound so familiar? Oh, that's right. This is the guy from Chipotle. It's the guy who oversaw price hikes and famously didn't admit the company was cutting portion sizes until the internet forced him to. You literally cannot make this up.
It's this guy? Oh, this is the guy that got everybody doing the viral thing on TikTok specifically, where people started like recording the Chipotle employees, which by the way, I just want to point out, I understand the points you're making, but don't record the employees specifically. Like they don't make that decision. Okay. This guy made the decision. So like this sparked the TikTok trend of like people going into Chipotle's and watching and recording them put the portions on because they wanted to like obviously bring awareness to it, but just like some people started harassing the employees, which I think was kind of crappy. Well, now I'm glad I only go like once every so often. I for some reason decided to start cooking. Ooh, what are you cooking for me? Just go to Qdoba instead. I don't go to Chipotle that often. To be fair, I don't go that often.
Them too. You literally cannot make this up. This fella is now running Starbucks.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
the
why?
Prices are going up. But here's the thing. This isn't just a case of corporate greed, though that's definitely part of it. The thing is, the small guys are raising prices too. Whether you're buying from a multinational chain or just a small corner cafe, coffee is getting more expensive in an unusual way. And that's where things get complicated. But first, frequent viewers of my channel know I love supporting local and or small businesses. I don't know about you, but a cup of coffee from a smaller scale roaster to me just tastes better than the bigger chains. Yeah, I said it. So for this video, I wanted to partner up with someone who highlighted small business roasters, not hurt them. So I did just that. Today's sponsor is Trade Coffee. Here's how it works.
I'm actually going to watch his ad just because, but during his ad, I just want to point out, we have a affiliate deal with Atasha Coffee and they're wonderful. If you want to support a small business, at the top of the screen right now, Atasha Coffee, I have a code. You can check that out. It usually plays in my stream and you can check it. You can check on that. But if you go to their website, Atasha Coffee, you can use my code, which is auto_Kailani, and you get 5% off. So there you go.
Trade is a specialty.
Now I'll let him do his ad.
That pairs you with some of the best small batch roasters from around the country. They match you with coffee based on your taste preferences, whether you like light roast, dark roast,
that's actually pretty cool, by the way,
cold brew, or just want to try something new. So far, I've tried
this is pretty neat, by the way,
and enjoyed each one. This one's from Floyd, Virginia, this one's from Austin, Texas, and this one's from Seattle, and as you can see, I've pretty much demolished the whole bag. But the best part, it's affordable. Trade's prices are comparable to what you'd pay at a grocery store, but the quality is miles better, and every bag you buy supports an actual small business, not just some mega giant
That's actually cool.
chain. Right now, they're offering 50% off a 1-month trial at drinktrade.com/Zachary. That's drinktrade.com.
I just wing shit without knowing the name of stuff, but I'm gonna be cooking ground beef, hot dog buns, and melted cheese, specifically Tostitos.
Okay, now back to the video.
Okay.
So coffee is undoubtedly getting more expensive, but why? And why are people still willing to pay for it even as prices climb? Let's start with that first question. Why is coffee getting more expensive? Well, the truth is there isn't really one particular reason. The reality is a lot messier. There are multiple forces causing this. This isn't a single issue story, it's a domino effect. And to understand, we have to take it piece by piece. Coffee is one of the most labor-intensive beverages you can buy. From the farmers and processors to the roasters, truckers, baristas.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces to it.
To get the oat milk
there's a lot of pieces to it.
In that village, well, it's going through a lot right now. Let's circle back to Starbucks. Since 2021, thousands of Starbucks baristas have been unionizing, asking for fair wages and predictable schedules. So how did
Can I make a comment, by the way, about the Starbucks? The Starbucks employees, when you go to Starbucks, I don't know about everybody else's experience. These are some of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet. I don't know what it is about specifically Starbucks employees at the shops. They're like some of the best people. They're extremely nice. They, you know, generally speaking, if you go like even a few times, they remember who you are. They're courteous, and like they'll just go like over the top for you. The one thing about Starbucks that I think is just the best is the employees there, at least in my experience. Like coffee aside, the employees make the experience work really well. They're so nice.
Respond. Legal battles, store closures, and something way more dystopian. Starbucks' current CEO, Brian Niccol, thinks the answer to all of this is AI baristas. At a recent Dreamforce...
Oh, fuck. Fuck me. A whole time, I'm like, yeah, the baristas are the best part, and that guy is trying to put a robot in there. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Conference, Niccol said Starbucks
says mind-reading AR baristas are coming and they'll predict your order. Can they not actually predict my order? I'd really like them not to.
Mind-reading AI. That's
not the AI coming for baristas. Yeah, that pisses me off.
Hundreds of millions.
Because the baristas are the best part for me.
In fact, it's been reported they've already spent over $200 million on AI tools.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The baristas, I just said, were the best part. And this, like, okay, I understand the concept of AI coming into the companies. Like, I get that AI is happening in every company. They're trying to put AI somewhere. I don't want a robot to do my order. Also, I distinctly recall whenever they put AI in charge of drive-thrus, people just troll the crap out of it. I don't really want AI on this stuff. I don't want it at all. You ever talk to a robot customer service thing? It's the worst. The first thing you do is, as soon as you know it's a robot, you just immediately be like, speak to agent. You think I want an AI robot taking my order at Starbucks? No. I do not. I would much prefer not having the robot take my order. Also, I'm going to move my phone and do this. There we go. Just so it's a little bit closer. Like, I don't want the robot taking my order.
We've talked in detail on this channel about how fast food
Please
companies
don't.
are throwing
Please
millions
don't
into
put
food tech,
an
marketing,
AI
apps,
barista
and
there.
automation,
I'll be
and
pissed
Starbucks
off.
is no different. Since
I would legitimately stop going. If I saw a robot taking my order, I'd just be like, nah, I'm good.
Starbucks
No,
is
thank you.
building a proprietary platform called Deep Brew. Deep Brew uses AI to personalize digital orders,
here we go.
optimize labor schedules, and manage inventory by predicting customer demand. Then in June 2025, they rolled out Green Dot Assist, an AI assistant for baristas.
And there's a window for
access
pickup.
through in-store.
The only way this works is if it's a giant machine inside a bunch of tubes and shit that you just use the app to get the order. Yeah, I don't know.
iPads. It helps employees remember recipes, troubleshoot machines.
I'm cool with that. That's what I'm cool with. I'm cool with, like, the assistant that's a tablet that you're like, oop, I forgot how to make this particular thing. Like, can you give me like a breakdown of it? Like, show me how to do this. I'm cool with that. Like, I'm cool with efficiency for the baristas. Like, I'm cool with adding efficiency for them. I'm not cool with giving the order to the AI.
When Today.com reached out for a comment this fall about all these changes, a Starbucks spokesperson said the AI is meant to, quote, make jobs easier, not replace them.
Sure.
But according to a 2025 survey of Starbucks union workers, 93% said Brian Nichols' new policies have either done nothing or made the customer experience worse. It's clearly not about making jobs easier. On paper, they say it's about supporting workers. In practice, it's about supporting those workers right out the door. Because here's the truth. Labor is one of the few expenses that big coffee chains can still control. What they can't control, well, we'll get into that in a minute. The point is, between the ongoing wage debate and the millions these chains are spending on AI, apps, and automation, labor is obviously part of why prices are going up. But let's be honest, your local coffee shop isn't writing checks to predictive analytics firms or building proprietary AI platforms. There's something significantly larger going on, something a bit more complex. Let's have a conversation about a topic I hope we can all have a constructive conversation about.
In this game,
we're about to have we got an ad as soon as he said tariffs. He said tariffs, and we got an ad. Also, God, tariffs. Here we go.
Unless you've been living under a rock, you know tariffs are all the rage nowadays, which is weird because I don't remember anyone asking for them. A tariff, if you didn't know, is a tax on imported goods. Governments use them to try and protect domestic industries by making foreign products more expensive. The logic,
here's the other thing that I don't want. I don't want you to throw AI in the mixer immediately. Like, if Starbucks wants to use AI in, like, labs to try testing, that's fine. Don't immediately throw AI into the mix. Like, just bear with me for a second. Okay. AI is not ready for this. I know people who are using it for their work. It's good at certain things. Like, if I wanted to make a spreadsheet, it's very good at that. It's very good at making a spreadsheet. You know what it's not good at? Remembering what I ate today. I've used it to track my meals. So, like, for example, at like noon, I'll say to it, okay, I ate this for breakfast. I swear to God, 8 hours later, it fucking forgot what I ate. And I'm like, how? How'd you forget that? It's in our chat history. So, like, I don't, like, it's not ready for this. It literally can't remember my breakfast from 8 hours ago. Did I miss anything? You missed our card opening. You'll have to go into the VOD, Nova. You did miss the card opening. I opened up 3 Kailani cards. That was my highlight for today. among other things. You don't watch the VOD. Watch the VOD. It was pretty quick. The card opening was pretty quick, to be honest. And then I showed off some of my other cards. But like AI is not ready for this. It needs time. You can
if imports cost
you can
more,
test it in labs, but don't put it out immediately. It's not going to work.
people will buy
It
locally
needs
instead.
time.
In theory, it's meant to boost national production and support local businesses. And in some cases, tariffs can work. But when it comes to coffee, it's a mess. In August 2025, the US placed a 50% tariff on Brazilian coffee, along with additional tariffs on other coffee producing countries.
Thank you for that, by the way.
Claimed it would boost domestic coffee production, which sounds nice, except for one tiny detail. America doesn't really
We don't produce coffee. What are they talking about? We're going to get more American coffee. We don't produce it. Like, what do you mean? We don't produce coffee. The fuck are you talking about? Who sat down? Who sat down and was like, yeah, we're going to put a tariff on everybody else's coffee so that people in the US will grow coffee. We don't grow coffee. That's not what we do. Everybody else grows coffee, but we don't. If you want to grow coffee in the US, that's great. Don't tariff other people though. It's because it would have been the major producer for coffee. It's just like funny because I'm like in the US specifically, I think one of the main places that grows coffee in the US, one of the places is Hawaii for sure. But in 2017, we destroyed the coffee industry here. Oh my God. It just drives me nuts. Like it's just stupid. Like we're gonna tariff coffee to make sure people grow it in the US. We're not gonna grow it. I'm just gonna tell you right now, we're not gonna grow it. Even if we grew it here, we're not gonna produce it cheap enough to compete with like Brazil. We're not.
The only
or
US
Colombia
state that produces
or
it
Indonesia.
is Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii is the only one, and it's on Kona. It's not. It's not even specific to Hilo. It's Kona. Kona, which is just in a different spot over here, is where they produce the coffee. And it's good. Like, it's really good, but they can't.
Specifically, Kona. And while
Yes.
Kona coffee is excellent, it's also limited.
It's expensive and limited, yes.
Like $30 a pound expensive.
Jesus
Kona
Christ.
coffee makes up less than 1% of U.S. coffee consumption.
It's
The
fucking
rest
wild.
is imported from other countries. The idea that Kona could somehow...
And one of the reasons why Kona specifically grows the coffee is the environment is excellent for it. It has an excellent environment for growing the coffee. Because I went to a coffee farm there, and they like specifically highlighted that the environment, just the weather, everything, it was like ideal. There's only so much. There's only like Hawaii can't be the official like U.S. producer and produce it for everybody here. They just can't, obviously. But it has the ideal environment for growing coffee. And it just like drives me crazy thinking that we're going to tariff it and grow it somewhere else.
Now supply the entire U.S.
It's
is
not
a fantasy. Coffee farming requires specific conditions, elevation, rainfall, shade, and a stable climate. And
Right.
while Hawaii has that in certain microclimates, the land is limited.
Yes.
And so is the labor. Kona coffee is grown on small, often family-run farms.
Yes.
Real life isn't like the video game SimCity or Roller Coaster Tycoon. You can't bulldoze a farmer's market to build a 5x5 grid of coffee trees and call it a day. That's not how agriculture or Hawaii works. On top of that, labor costs in Hawaii are dramatically higher than in countries like Brazil or Vietnam. So even if Kona could grow enough coffee beans for everyone in the US, which it can't, the price of that coffee would be completely out of reach for the average American. So what we're left with is a tariff that doesn't protect domestic industry because that industry barely exists. Instead, it just makes the imported coffee, the stuff that 99% of us drink, more expensive. The policy is so weird that a bipartisan group in Congress is actively trying to repeal it, calling it a blanket tariff that makes no economic sense.
It's fucking stupid. I'm just going to tell you right now. It's fucking stupid. No sane human being would wake up and go, yeah, I think if we tariff coffee from other countries, we're going to become like a top coffee grower in the US. It's fucking stupid. Like it's insane. It would just take years to even get everything set up, let alone planting. It would just take years to get everything set up, and you don't have the land for it. You don't necessarily have all the environments for it. It's just fucking stupid.
You know you messed up when Congress comes together to call your idea nonsensical. But as it stands, the tariff is still there, and that cost, well, it travels all the way
It got
down the
to
supply
us.
chain until it shows up on your receipt. But like I said, this isn't a single issue story.
I think people
or
who
even a
don't
double issue
do agriculture
story. It's more
understand the
like a
coffee plants
triple
don't
shot
understand.
of
Yeah, of course.
economic chaos.
I don't fully understand it, but I can tell you right now that like putting a tariff on that isn't going to instantaneously mean we're going to do it. Like it just doesn't mean that. It only screws over regular folks. Regular folks are the only ones that get screwed over. That's it. If I recall correctly, it's 3 to 5 years for a coffee tree to actually start yielding anything. Yeah, so like, okay, let's say 5 years. Let's say the worst case scenario, 5 years. We have to wait 5 years for that. At that time, we're going to have a new president in the US. There's going to be a new president. The 5 years are done. That president, if they have half a brain, is going to be like, why did we tariff this? Immediately rescind it. And then we just grow all those trees, and it's just going to be like, why did we do that?
A crop, a very picky, very climate sensitive crop. And most of the world's supply comes from a narrow stretch of land near the equator, known as the Bean Belt. Think Brazil, Colombia, Vietnam, and Ethiopia.
Gosh, isn't that
This region
shocking?
has the
Why it's
elevation, rainfall and stable temperatures.
Isn't that
coffee
shocking?
needs to thrive.
Ugh.
With those ideal conditions, they're becoming a lot less reliable. Let's start with Vietnam, the world's largest producer of Robusta beans, the type commonly used in instant coffee. In recent years, Vietnam has been hit with intense droughts and delayed harvests, pushing farmers absolutely to the edge. According to the country's Coffee and Cocoa Association, the 2023 to 2024 harvest was down 20%, with another significant drop projected for 2024 to 2025.
Jesus.
Then there's Colombia, a major producer of specialty grade Arabica beans. The problem there isn't drought, it's the opposite. Excessive rain and high temperatures are disrupting the flowering cycle of coffee plants, which directly impacts yield and quality. Colombia's National Coffee Federation is forecasting a decline in production for the 2025 to 2026 cycle.
Well, there you
blaming
go.
These increasingly erratic conditions. Then there's Brazil, the giant. The country supplies nearly 40% of the world's coffee, and its weather patterns basically set the tone for the entire global market. But Brazil's been in the middle of a climate whiplash, a multi-year drought followed by episodes of frost, and now excessive rainfall and heat. The result,
boy.
production for the 2025 and 2026 season is forecast to drop significantly. Some farms are reporting widespread defoliation, and experts are already warning that the 2026 crop may be compromised too. So we have 3 of the largest coffee suppliers in the world struggling hardcore, all because of climate-related issues.
What's wrong with these burger buns? They taste
Yeah.
perfectly delicious, but due to
But don't worry.
mishap, their bottom
We're gonna
line-
tariff
And when we
it.
zoom out and factor
Don't
everything
worry.
we've talked about, tariffs, climate instability, rising labor costs, it's honestly no surprise the world's most favorite drink is getting more expensive. And if this was your standard 5 o'clock news segment, we'd probably wrap things up here. But this is only half the story. Coffee is not just dealing with price fluctuations. The industry is transforming in less obvious ways. Let's rewind for a second. Remember when I mentioned how World War II soldiers brought back their instant coffee habit? Well, it didn't take long for employers to realize something. Caffeine makes you work faster and more efficiently. So employers started offering free coffee in the workplace, not out of kindness, but because it increased
It helped,
productivity.
yeah, made you
As
work better.
Journalists Michael Pollan put it, capitalism and caffeine go hand in hand. It's like a toxic relationship, but with better
was
brand.
that?
That relationship
What was that? What was that just now? Hi, Nian. How's it going? We're in our React segment, so we can't see that stuff.
hasn't
But
gone
thank you.
away. In fact, it's evolved into something more
The
intense.
meme.
The rise of energy drinks. Energy drinks are caffeinated.
Oh God, Volpez, calm down. Hold on. Volpez, calm down immediately. Preemptive, calm down. Energy drinks. How's it going, Nian?
Uber portable, aggressively branded, and often
Calm
cheaper
down.
than a fancy coffee.
I'm here.
Now, energy drinks are the fastest growing segment in the beverage industry. This is not a coincidence. The U.S. energy drink market has been booming, and globally, it's projected to grow.
I will
at
not
around
calm down.
8% annually through 2030. That's not a blip. That's a seismic shift. More and more young people are skipping a morning brew and cracking a neon-colored can instead. Brands like
I'll just tell you right now. Going on like Volpez. Volpez just really likes energy drinks. I'll tell you right now. I used to drink energy drinks and I don't anymore. It used to cause a lot of Charlie horses like cramping in my legs. When I consistently drank energy drinks, I would just cramp all the time. It was pretty rough. Hi Vilified, welcome to the stream. Pika Pika. Yeah, look at the Pikachu thing up here on the top. It's pretty cool.
Like Celsius,
Never drank
Prime,
energy
and
drinks.
Ghost aren't just selling
I
caffeine,
drank Monster. I still have some Monster around here. I drank it. It just caused cramps.
They're selling a
As though what's
lifestyle.
working out. Hi,
Gamer
how's
culture,
everyone?
gym
We're good. We're
culture,
doing some reaction.
hustle culture. Who knew crypto?
We're reacting to
bros,
coffee
gym rats,
video.
And gamers could find common ground in reasonably priced caffeine. And as a result, energy drinks are siphoning off
it's got a
big
protein
chunk
energy
of the coffee
drink.
crowd. The utilitarians. Let me explain. There are two main types of coffee drinkers. The utilitarians, these are your gas station regulars. They want caffeine fast and cheap. They don't care if it's from beans or Bang Energy. Then you have the identity drinkers. These are your matcha flight samplers, cafe scene loyalists.
Yeah, that's
They
me. That's
take
me.
pride in the vibe. For them, coffee isn't just functional, it's aesthetic, it's the whole thing. And
Yeah, that's me on the right, by the way. That's me right here. I go for the vibe. I don't like coffee too. Oh, you don't like coffee, Nian? That's fine. That's fine. That's me too. Yeah. I know some people who just want to pop some caffeine. I get that. That's fine. I drink coffee because it's go fast juice. I mean, it's productivity juice.
this divide is
You in a Sonic costume? Yes. This is just me in the Sonic, but put a Sonic
in the
costume.
market. The utilitarians are drifting more towards energy drinks and budget options.
Yeah, because
Meanwhile,
I think energy drinks are just generally cheaper now. An energy drink, like one energy drink, is just cheaper than coffee.
Identity drinkers are leaning deeper into quality. The rise of espresso supports this thesis. Like the global energy drink market, espresso is experiencing strong growth, and globally it's projected to grow 4.5% annually through 2034.
Makes sense.
Espresso consumption is on the rise, not because it's
I
stronger
don't like
than
tea, coffee,
but
or
because
juice.
it
I
feels
just don't
elevated.
drink. I
It's
just
the
drink beers and
centerpiece
apple
of
freaking
latte
juice.
art, tasting menus,
What
and specialty
about
brews. Additionally,
what about,
over the
like,
last few
apple-
years,
like,
home espresso machines
adult
are getting
apple
better
cider?
and more accessible, which leads
Some
me to
adult
one of my
cider.
profound conclusions. Even though coffee is getting more expensive, it might not matter, because for many people, coffee isn't just a drink, it's a luxury. Coffee is the hill many people are willing to collectively die on. This could attribute to why places like Starbucks are dealing with so many issues. The chain is reportedly closing stores and laying off a wave of workers. Their overall revenue is technically up, but their US comparable store sales are actually down 2%. And
Marshmallow
here's the killer
brownie? That
detail.
sounds good.
That's being driven by a 4% drop in transactions. People are literally walking in the door less. It's like Chipotle all over again. You can
I will tell you that I will still, like, again, unless the robot comes in to try and take my order, I'll still go to Starbucks. I'll pay the extra price, but I know it's a luxury. I know it's a luxury. Like, I basically swap between Starbucks and Natasha. Like, if certain seasons, I go to Starbucks. After the seasons, I'll, like, go back to brewing myself.
Wubble,
I kinda like-
dub. I got a pickle in my toes. I don't know where
What?
I'm at. Who are you all? I need coffee.
Who's Hi, Death Riser? I just heard that. Wubble double dub dub. I got a pickle in my toes. No, I don't. Yuck. I don't know where I'm at. Who are all you? I need a coffee. True. FTC means fire department coffee. Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't know that.
squeeze customers to boost your revenue.
Like, I know
At some
coffee's a
point,
luxury for me to go to, like, Starbucks, and I do brew my own, but, like, it depends on season.
Many customers are just going to stop showing up. Starbucks finds itself in a weird middle ground. It's not affordable enough to compete with McDonald's, gas
Nope.
station coffee, or energy drinks, and it's not artisanal enough to compete with indie cafes
Right.
that have no problem charging a premium for espresso, because for those people, it's an experience. It's
Right.
a luxury. The whole thing is a bit ironic because personally, I feel like Starbucks helped invent that whole cafe dweller remote worker vibe, but like with everything
did.
hipsters hate, it became too popular. It became too commercialized. So now Starbucks isn't cool anymore. Pounding an energy drink or supporting a local coffee shop is. So where does that leave us? Well, if you're like me, you probably don't fit into either category. You're not a utilitarian and you're not an identity drinker. You're just an average Joe who wants a reasonably priced, delicious cup of coffee. But the thing is, that doesn't matter. Something I learned really fast in business school is that companies love market segmentation. Like, they're obsessed with it. Everyone needs to be given a buyer persona and shoved into a category. I'm
They
dead
do.
serious. If you've never heard of market segmentation, it's exactly what it sounds like.
That's exactly what happens. You get basically what companies do, even like small companies and startups, is they develop personas, and they develop a persona actually built on what would be a real person. They'll actually give the person a name, because I've done this. I've done this before in school, and then I did it at work. Is I would create personas, and then we would model the persona after a person, and we would essentially create a person, give them like a whole identity, like right down to what their habits are, like do they have a family, or are they a single person? Like persona work is exactly what you do to try and develop a market segment and figure out what you're doing. What about fursona? That's a different thing. That's a whole different thing. That is a persona that is specific to what, furry culture, right? That's a different, that's it's something like that. It's similar, right? But personas are used in everything. Like I've done persona work too in my work and such. It's like if I were to do a persona right now, like for 2 minutes, I don't want to delay the reaction too long. For 2 minutes, like what's the persona of someone watching the live stream? Probably somebody that wants to kick back and relax. They don't need keychains kind of jingling in their face all the time. They're probably an adult because I've locked myself to adults, but most of the time it's adults in here. And obviously they like playing games, but they also have like various other cultural habits. Like they're probably working a job. Most of the people that watch my streams have a job. And if they don't, it is what it is. They might be in school or they're doing something else. But a lot of the people that watch my streams have like jobs or they're in school. So like I have like a sense of who the type of person is that watches my stream.
From the marketing
and that's persona work.
Department comes into a boardroom and starts dividing customers into personality types, complete with names, lifestyles, income levels.
Yep, that's exactly what you do.
Every single brand has done this to you, and coffee is no different.
Also, I think a majority, like not a majority, but like I think there's a chunk of my viewers that are also VTubers. I don't have a job and not in school, but I'm starting a course soon. So but you're actively doing something. Your lifestyle isn't like, I'm going to sit in a chair all day. I don't think that's necessarily your lifestyle. If you're doing a course, you are obviously being active in something. But I think like, while it's not 100%, I would say that there's a higher percent of people that are either in school or have a job. They're actively doing something. And like the stream is their way to like kick back and relax. They're also not necessarily seriously invested in watching every stream all the time.
Which
they may not be.
Kind of explains why sometimes it feels like brands are making
and they
decisions
lurk.
for
Like a lot of my viewers lurk. So I know a lot of people that watch my streams lurk.
a few specific groups, while the rest of us, the middle ground, just get left behind. And then on another level, I think this whole discussion on coffee is another reminder that we live in an incredibly fragile world. Coffee, something many people take for granted, is facing more challenges and becoming less accessible. And it makes you wonder, where is the line? Like, how much is too much? Seriously, what is the most you'd be willing to spend on a bag of coffee? Let's say tomorrow you walked into the grocery store and the cheapest bag was $25, $30, or even $50.
So for me, it depends. A bag of coffee, if I'm going to if I don't go to a grocery store and get coffee, generally what I do is when I travel, I get coffee. If I'm not traveling and getting coffee, I basically like at this point, it's just a Tasha at this point. And a Tasha is like $25 a bag for one of their bigger bags. That's like where my ceiling's at. But like when I travel, I go get coffee too. Whenever I've gone to Hawaii, I've gotten coffee. Like I'll travel like to Hawaii and get a bunch of bags of coffee and bring it back. Those are not $25 a bag, but they can be expensive if you go to like a farm. If you go to a coffee farm, they're expensive. But if you go to the regular grocery stores in Hawaii, they're a little bit cheaper, obviously. I don't like buy coffee in stores here actually because I bought so much when I traveled, and then if I'm not doing that, I buy a Tasha coffee. Like I do. I have another bag that I'm still working through.
At what point would it be too expensive that you stopped drinking coffee? For me, I don't know. I'm a sucker for coffee, especially
if Starbucks got to if buying a Starbucks cup of coffee for me, like just like my regular order, because right now I think my regular order is like $6.50. If it got to $8, I'd be done. That's done for me 100%. Like $6.50 is already a lot, and I bring in a personal cup and everything, so they give you like a small discount. If it got to $8 at any point, like anywhere near $8, I'd be done.
this time of year. It just reminds me of board games, cake, and my favorite sports teams disappointing me. But if a bag of coffee gets to $30, I think I might look for something else to scratch that itch. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Trade Coffee for sponsoring this video. And of course,
yeah, good video. I love this guy's videos. Zach's videos are great, mostly because he actually does analysis and he gives examples and sources. It's helpful. So go ahead and check out Zach's channel, please. I'll even do this. I'll put the video in the chat right now so you can go subscribe to their channel. They're awesome. But yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed that reaction for coffee, let me know if you are a coffee drinker, perhaps an energy drink enjoyer. I hope you enjoyed this video. This reaction is obviously going up on my YouTube. I have other YouTube channels as well. I'll make sure those are linked in the description. And yeah, be sure to also check out my live streams. We sometimes do reactions. We do all sorts of fun games. We did a card opening on the stream that we did this reaction on. That was fun. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate it. Okay, let's go back over here. We're going back over here now. We're back to the non-react screen where redeems can be used. And I'm going to throw my other stuff over here. We can close that. I need my... Where's my lo-fi music?
Wix, one platform.
Ah! So yeah, actually, like, pretty much my plan for stream today was to do the card opening and the reactions. So we did that. What time is it? 2:30 for me. We could yap for a little bit longer. Let's yap for another 30 minutes and we can call it a day. Because I couldn't stream very long today anyway. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the coffee video, even if you're not a coffee enjoyer. I love Zach's content, so I'm always happy to check out some of his videos. And then actually, so like I said earlier, I did open some Kailani cards, so I'll be sure to. I'm gonna give them away. So I'll probably try and do the signing of those cards at some point soon, like this weekend, and then I'll set up like a giveaway for them. We'll see how I figure all that out. Last time I did a subscriber giveaway. I might do that again. I might do a subscriber giveaway again to give some love to my wonderful subscribers. Gonna be difficult for me to get then over here in the UK. I sent the cards to the UK before, by the way. I'm pretty sure I mailed stuff to the UK. And what I ended up doing is I threw them in an envelope. I had like a pretty good way to protect them, but I threw them in like an envelope. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've shipped to the UK before. I've shipped a couple things there. Yeah. I've done it. It's not that hard. You just have to get the international stamp and then you're good to go. As long as I know the address. Yeah, I've shipped to the UK. I've shipped regular envelopes to the UK. I've shipped packages. Yeah, it's not too bad. Really, it's not too bad. I have to show some love to my UK viewers. I actually have plenty of UK viewers also. I have a surprising number of UK viewers on this channel because of the time that I stream at. So... let me see here. Let me do the research tab. No. Where is it? There's like a tab where I can see who watches the stream. Discovery? Is it here? Yeah, it's Discovery. So for my viewers, most of them are US based. Over 50% are US based. But the next highest percentage is UK. UK is the next highest percentage. So we have like in my data, it is 60% US and then 12% UK, Canada, Philippines, Australia, Puerto Rico, Belgium, Germany, France, Chile, and then Ireland, Italy, Argentina, Finland, and then there's like 1% Russia. But the biggest chunks are US, UK, Canada. So I get like quite a few viewers from the UK. We get a big UK audience out in the auto streams. We love our UK gamers. I've not shipped anything outside the UK yet. Yeah, shipping to the US right now is a bit of a struggle. I'll say that right now. It's a bit of a struggle, just because of all the stuff with like tariffs and everything, where all of our silliness and stupidity. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'll do like a giveaway for the cards. I'll usually limit it to subscribers though, as kind of like a nice way to reward the subscribers for supporting the stream. But maybe one of the cards I'll give to everybody else. But yeah, it was fun. The card opening was fun. I like the new card box that Waifu Wars used, and all the card packs. They actually put art on them, which was nice. It was very fun. It was a very fun card opening, so I'll be sure to try and highlight that and post it somewhere. Need to see if I really want to go to the con near me. I'll allow that, that's fine. We want to go to the con near me tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, a little con. I'm going to a card show on Saturday. It's called a con, but it's a card show. You have a couple of friends in the US who else we could, but getting it there is a bit, yeah. I mean, it's not convenient. I wouldn't ship that. I wouldn't do it. It's extremely inconvenient. Even shipping small things to the UK is tough, but if I can put it in an envelope, like I can put a card in an envelope and I have a way to protect it pretty well. If I can do that, it's easy. It's basically like $1.50 to do it. It's extremely cheap. If I can do that. If I can't, then it's a whole different story. But it's not too bad. But anyway. So there's no stream tomorrow. I'm actually working on the on my antique mall shop tomorrow. I'll be working. And then I don't know about this weekend. It depends on how things go this weekend. Like I said, I'm going to a card show on Saturday, but if I get home early enough, maybe I'll stream for a bit. I do want to play the Oblivion remaster again, so I think that'd be a good opportunity to play that. And I don't think I'll be streaming Sunday because I have D&D on Sunday. So this was going to be the last stream of the week, officially speaking. And I was glad I got to do some reactions and open the cards today. But yeah, this will be the last stream of the week. And then I think next week I have some plans already in place. I know I'm going to do a collab late next week for like Demonologist. And I have some plans already set up for next week. So next week we should have a good number of streams. I'll post more pictures of my antique mall shop in my Discord soon. Once I get there tomorrow. I haven't got any sales yet. I'm still keeping an eye. There's a website I use to check where I get sales. I'm still waiting to see if I get any sales. I haven't yet. It's only been open really like 2 days, but haven't gotten a sale yet. From the people that I talked to though at the mall, they said that 90% of the sales happen on the weekend, so I'm going to assume I won't get a sale until Saturday. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful I'll get a sale either today or tomorrow. I just want to see one. I just want to see one sale to get a little bit excited, and then I'll be calm. But I'm itching to see something get sold. So yeah. Anybody have any plans for this weekend besides going to a con? Anybody have any fun weekend plans? Let me know. I only have D&D. I actually have to take care of some doggos this weekend. That's my weekend plan. The weekend plan is doggos and this card show. The card show that I'm going to is going to be very crowded. I'll have to take pictures. It gets very crowded. Preparing for the course for me, to be honest. What's the course in, if you don't mind me asking? What's the course topic? If you're comfortable sharing it, you don't have to share it. You don't gotta share it if you don't want to. It's fine if you don't want to. Respect if you don't want to share. Nothing planned. Not sure what I'd do at the con besides buy stuff. I mean, are there like meet and greets? Is there like any like new stuff that could be shared? It's a course in IT skills, web dev, and cybersecurity. That's cool. I know a little bit of web dev, just a little bit. That's very cool though. All valuable skills to learn. So I hope you do well. Work and study hard, but those are all very, very valuable things to learn. All valuable. I'll definitely be getting cards at the show, but my goal is to actually get cards that I'm going to sell in the store that I have. That's actually my goal. So I'm probably going to get like a bulk of stuff. Only 20 gigs, but I get level 2 out of it. Then I can apply for level 3 course and hopefully get a job and make bank from it. That's the goal. So work, like I said, work hard, study hard, then upgrade PC and treat friendos. There you go. That's the right attitude. That's the right attitude. Get goals, work hard for them. That's the right attitude. I love it. You got a good attitude. It's the right attitude. I went to school for computer science, and actually my trade though is in product management, which is why I knew like quite a bit about personas work. Because when you're a PM, you do a lot of persona work. So I knew like quite a bit about it. And I am waiting for one of my contracts to start. So I'm like kind of in this weird like middle ground mode of not having work currently, but have a project that's supposed to start at some point. I have an outdated PC, need to upgrade. I can only run a 1 monitor setup and I have 2 monitors currently. I see. All right. So get your courses done, get the PC upgrade, and then the friendos. That's the goals. I believe in you. You just got to work hard. Just work hard and study. It's so much easier when you put the effort into it. I know you can do it. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You just got to work a little bit, study a little bit, do all the right stuff, pay attention, all the little things. You can do it. Anybody can. Web dev is easy. Just put a little bit of effort into it and you'll figure it out. Web development's easy when you put a little bit of effort into it, though. The people that struggle at web development try and take shortcuts and don't put the time into it. Those are the people that fail. Just put a little bit of time into it. You'll succeed. It's not that hard. Tell that to my team. I've known plenty of software engineers that took shortcuts, and I told them not to take shortcuts, but they do it anyway because it's not always their fault. To be fair, it is not always their fault. Sometimes they get unreasonable deadlines and they have to take the shortcut to meet them. But, part of that is on the people giving, direction. But at the same time, some of those folks do need to recognize that those shortcuts produce a worse product. And the same thing applies when you're doing learning. Taking shortcuts produces a worse version of your knowledge. I think your team would be fine, but sometimes it isn't necessarily all their issue. Sometimes they get bad deadlines. I managed a team of engineers, and I knew their deadlines were unreasonable. I didn't necessarily give them their deadlines. I had somebody else tell me what the deadline was, and I had to tell the engineers the deadline, and it's not their fault all the time. But there's ways to mitigate the risks of shortcut. So there's a bit of planning and back and forth. But again, the engineers that I found struggled the most are the ones that tried to take too many shortcuts and had very poor attention to detail. The people that are good at IT skills, web dev, whatever, they had good attention to detail. When I was good at it and when I focused, I had attention to detail. That is when I was the best at my programming, is when the attention to detail was high. The engineers that don't have good attention to detail, I knew struggled. It's just how it was. That's why it's extremely valuable. If you can get an engineer that has good attention to detail, you probably got a good start. Somebody that knows attention to detail and is pretty flexible in knowing deadlines and what needs to be in, what doesn't, and can manage that, they're probably pretty darn good at their job. But yeah, sometimes it was the other non-engineer's fault. We would sometimes give bad deadlines, and that's our fault. We set people up for failure. That's not fair to them. You set them up for failure, and it's a problem. But yeah, practice, work hard. Everything's about practice. Nobody wakes up and is a good programmer. That's not how it works. Nobody wakes up and is good at web dev or cybersecurity. Nobody just wakes up that way. Put some practice in and you'll be fine. Like anything. Like with anything. Practice makes perfect. It's all about learning. It's just all about learning. It's all about knowing how to learn. There's a class that's very interesting for anybody that cares. There's a really interesting class on learning how to learn that I took a long time ago. This was about 6 years ago. This class was only about how to learn. which is a weird concept. You're learning how to learn. Weird concept. But the thing is, schools and even universities, they don't teach you how to learn. They're more focused on giving you the material that they're supposed to give you. They don't really teach you how to learn. Nobody teaches you necessarily how to learn. You kind of have to either figure it out on your own, or somebody else around you will have to have given you the knowledge. Nobody taught me how to learn. But when you actually are taught good learning practices, you sort of unlock this like new process of harvesting and retaining information. It's not about like getting information, it's about how much of it you can retain. So some people use like the Pomodoro technique, the like basically like spend 20 to 30 minutes on something, take a break, then do it again. That's like one piece of it. There's even like stuff in the thing that I took about even like natural sunlight, you know, is helpful. Like places where there was more sunlight, more lighting, actually promoted better like outcomes. Recognizing that if you're gonna like read a book for 30 minutes about something that's what you're trying to learn, like doing something that's the opposite of that, maybe something that's like physically demanding, can like unlock this. You then get this like method of like, okay, I'm gonna, while I'm doing this physical activity, I am like processing everything I just learned, and it allows you to like fully process and retain it. There's things about like, okay, if you really want to learn, you have to teach. If you can teach, you'll learn it better. So what I would do when I was in my classes is I would try and teach people. So I did a lot of TA work actually, and I found it was extremely helpful in learning concepts at the time specifically. Like if you can teach someone something, you've learned it, assuming you're teaching the correct stuff, right? Like you've more than likely learned it more effectively than the person that isn't doing that. Like, and then like good study habits. There's like all this interesting stuff. If anybody actually cares, the class was just called Learning How to Learn, and it was free. It was free on like Udemy or something. I don't know. It's a great course. If anybody actually really wants to like unlock better study habits, better learning techniques, it's the best class I ever took. And I only took it because this programming boot camp that I was doing recommended it as an optional course, and I decided to do it. So I went to Panera every day, and I spent an hour or two just doing that course. I went to Panera. I remember I did it every day, and I went and I did that course, and I finished it, and I was like, and I went from being like a really bad student to being one of the best students in my programming, in my class. Like just, I was easily one of the best students. Not even patting myself on the back or anything like that. Like just, it was very clear. There were students that were better than me for sure. There were some people that just were much better than me, but like, if you were to put the averages out, I was above average for sure. And it was all because I like did all these techniques. I'm not actually like smart. I can cheat. I know how to act smart. And I know how to like cheat learning techniques to retain information. I'm pretty good at that. It took a while, but I'm pretty good at it. So it's a free course. It's good. Anybody could take it. I feel like anybody would learn something from it. You don't have to like, even if you're good, even if you think you're good at studying or learning, like you could probably do well with checking it out. It didn't take me too long to finish the course too. There wasn't like tests. You didn't take tests in the course either. It was just learn, get tips about this stuff. It was great. Recommend it. So yeah, good luck. I wish you luck, Vilified, in your coursework. You're gonna do great. Just be good habits. No shortcuts. Be okay to fail and stumble. Anyway, thanks. Yeah, just check it out. Seriously, it's a great course. Totally changed my learning outlook. I fucking hated school. But now that I took that course, like I sort of understand how it works. Like I have a greater appreciation for learning after taking the course. I used to hate school because I was bad at it. I didn't know how to learn. I was very bad at learning. But after taking that course, like I said, I was one of the better ones. They had great insights. Even the lighting thing was hilarious. I was like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, like hospitals, like places that have good lighting, you know, it like promoted better healing, better learning, because it was bright. It was bright. It was welcoming. Like the mind was more at ease. But when you start going into like darker places, it sort of brought on different emotions and senses. It was very interesting. It was a really interesting course. Not just about like basics, but they're like, yeah, why do you think hospitals and all these places have all these windows, and the ones that had a ton of windows were getting better outcomes? And it was great. So yeah, I'll have to take pictures of the card show. I'll post them in my Discord. I'll have to take pictures of the card show and post them in my Discord. So anyway, well, I think I'm gonna bounce here. I'm gonna bounce my whale blubber out of here. It's a little bit earlier than I was thinking I would stop, but this is a good stopping point because I can take like a small break. I might go head to the store or something because I have some other plans later. But also an ad's about to play, and I don't want the ad to play right now. So I'm gonna go find somebody for us to raid. I'm genuinely surprised. I think Powder is still streaming. I thought they would be done by now. They're still streaming though. I think I'm gonna raid them, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go raid Powder. Powder's a friend of the stream. Y'all go say hi to Powder. They're a sweetheart. Here's my raid message. Thanks everyone for popping in. It was kind of a short stream, but I appreciate it. The vibes are good. I enjoyed doing the card opening. I enjoyed reacting. I'll have like a VOD of the card opening segment set up and ready, and the react will go on my YouTube channel. If you're curious what YouTube channel that is, I have like a react YouTube. Let me pull that up really quickly. It's called auto_Kailani reacts. Let me go ahead and see if I can get that channel up here. There it is. Here is my react channel. Feel free to check that out. That's where the reaction's gonna go. Feel free to subscribe to it if you'd like, and let's go raid Powder. I will see you all later. Bye-bye.